Hey guys, welcome back to the Bonk channel, and today I'll be bringing you guys my top 5 tips for trade ups. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and liking the video because it does help out tremendously. If we hit 20 likes on this video within the next week, I will start a $1 to a knife challenge series. Shout out to this dude who made a new logo and banner for my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for the extreme amount of support recently. Also, I recently made a Discord, so if you guys would like to join that, the link is in the description. Lastly, I will be giving away this Glock 18 candy apple when I reach 50 subs. Alright, so enough talking, it's time to kick off the list. Starting at number 1, when making buy orders for an item, if the item has a float that is very difficult to get, order around 6 to 7 of them instead of 10, so that way if the floats of the item are absolute garbage, you don't end up entirely messing up your trade up, and you can still recover by buying better conditioned versions of the item. Tip number 2, instead of putting buy orders on weapons for 1 cent more than the buy order below you, put the buy order on either the same amount of money they have theirs on or even a bit below, because if multiple people go back to the item and raise it by a few cents each time, a trade up becomes less profitable because people selling the skin will begin to realize that the buy orders are getting higher, and thus the price of the skin will rise at least slightly. Tip number 3, if you think you have everything for a trade up, I still recommend checking CSGO Float, as they have a way to import your items as floats into the trade up calculator, just in case the floats of your items are a bit off. This tip can really save you because let's say for instance in my last video I did a trade up where the float of the item I hit was just barely minimal wear. If I hadn't checked CSGO Float to see what float I needed for the last skin I purchased, the item I hit, the Death by Puppy AUG, would have only been a $1 profit instead of a $3 profit. Tip number 4, always check the Steam prices of the item that you can get from a trade up. In some cases, the items you can hit are much more than what they are listed for in the trade up calculator. This can also go both ways. An item could also be much less, so be careful before you buy all of those input skins. Note, make sure that the 15% Steam tax is included, or else you may end up losing a lot more money on the trade up. Tip number 5, for this last tip, you guys have to pick the right times to do a certain trade up. Be careful when you pick to do a trade up. If a case has recently been dropped, like we have just seen yesterday with the snakebite case, you shouldn't be doing a trade up at that point because the item's price will decline within a day or so. Pick collections that are fairly liquid in price, meaning pick collections that don't change in price often, or pick collections that are rising in price. Anyway guys, that concludes my top 5 tips for trade ups. So if you guys enjoyed or you feel like you learned something, please consider subscribing because I am a new channel and it helps out a lot. Peace out.